Welcome to the channel. This is Tony Salvo, and this is Medical Horror Stories. We can cut right to the chase. The first story is coming out of Long Island, New York, and has to do with the MRI machine and a chain around a man's neck. Unfortunately, a 61-year-old by the name of Keith McAllister was dragged into a machine by his neck after his necklace, which was a pretty heavy metal object that he used for weightlifting, sucked him into the MRI machine. Now, before you jump to conclusions where you think, why would they walk into an MRI machine? They know they're wearing metal, they shouldn't do that. Well, it turns out that an employee actually escorted him in there at this medical center called Nassau Open MRI in Long Island. They were doing the scan, and Adrienne Jones McAllister was getting an MRI done on her knee, which that is his wife, when the technician brought her husband in to help her get off the table because she was struggling to get off the table herself. He was wearing a large metallic chain which torpedoed him into the machine, as the magnetic resonance imaging, otherwise known as a magnet that takes scans of your body tissue using magnetism, pulled him in, and he died not too long later at a different hospital from several heart attacks. This is an important reminder that you don't want to go near an MRI with anything metal, and anybody that works near MRIs, anybody in healthcare should know better than to let somebody with a 20-pound chain especially come into an MRI. The second story comes out of Raleigh, North Carolina, where a man who was HIV positive removed his IV and tried to spray blood in the eyes of a man and a woman employed at UNC Rex Hospital in Raleigh, North Carolina. He's 25 years old. His name is Cameron Gilchrist. He faces felony charges for assaulting the emergency personnel. He was receiving treatment for diabetic reasons. He is facing a good amount of time behind bars, being held on a bond of $25,000. Unfortunately, in healthcare, we do see a lot of violence, and a lot of healthcare workers are injured on the job. A lot of people don't understand that when we have psychiatric patients or sick people that are not really within their right mind, assault us, attack us, and they don't just go to prison, we still have to take care of them in the hospital, even though that they punched us, kicked us, spit on us, bit us. The third and final story comes out of Texas, where a woman contracted a rare infection from a brain-eating amoeba while using tap water to clear out her sinuses at an RV campground. Now, this is probably one of the bravest women I've ever heard of in my entire life to be doing a nasal lavage with campground water. She was otherwise healthy 71-year-old. She started experiencing serious symptoms like a fever and headache, AMS, or altered mental status. Within 4 days of using a nasal irrigation device filled with tap water from the campground. The woman received medical treatment for the suspected primary amoebic meningoencephalitis, PAM infection. According to the report, she started having seizures, died within 8 days after the symptoms. Apparently, these amoebas are pretty much 100% fatal once you contract them. According to the CDC, Naegleria fowleri, commonly known as brain-eating amoeba, is a one-celled organism that lives in freshwater lakes, rivers, and hot springs. The amoeba goes up the nose to the brain. Typically, fewer than 10 people in the United States get it. Nearly everyone dies from it. From 1962 to 2023, there's only been 164 cases. No one's ever survived. In summary, don't get a brain-eating amoeba by doing a nasal lavage with campground RV water. Once again, this is Tony Salvo, Medical Horror Stories Part 2. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you've made it this far, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. There are many more stories to come.